Hi there guys, quick foray into the shop. It's incredibly hot, stupid hot. I always talk about the weather. Thinking of you guys out west and south, tornadoes and severe weather, and tomorrow we're likely to get severe stuff. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Anyway, real quick, well, you'll see these close up later. Couple of Banggood Carbide cutters, and sent to me for review. One is an 8mm, suitable for aluminum, or recommended for aluminum usage, and the other one general purpose, shall we call it. Did a quick test on both, enough for me to basically get an idea as to whether they're going to perform. The grinds seem pretty good. The 10mm one is about $10 and the 8mm about $9. So pretty good value really. The only tricky bit was they're metric, and I've got no metric collets. So the 10mm was set up not very well in an ER16 3/8 collet. So I had a lot of resonance, but beyond that the cutter performed perfectly well. And my thinking on the two is that they're very good value. I don't think you can go wrong. I'd like to have tried a larger size, but they don't seem to have any larger ones. But even so, for carbides these seem pretty good, and the price is very competitive obviously. So a few clips to follow, just showing the quick tests I did. So there you go. I think two very good value carbide milling cutters. I'll give them an A rating, and say good value. So anyway, hope to see you sometime, whenever, and thanks for watching. Bye. Right, this is the first of two tests on Banggood Carbide mill cutters, and this is a 4 flute. It's a 10mm, and I don't have any metric collets, but I've cheated a bit. I've got an ER16 here, and I've got this in a 3/8 collet. It's not ideal, and there's quite a bit of stick out here. I'd rather have used a collet right up in the spindle, but to see what sort of cut we get, this should be adequate. This is a piece of 1 by 3/4 cold rolled. It's got a rough end. I think it was sheared off, so I'm just going to take a small cut, see how we go. It's running at 1500 RPM there. That feels quite good. A lot of high-pitched sound from that. This distance from the quill, getting some resonance, but the actual cut, not too bad. I'm just going to vacuum up the shards, because these are the bits that stick in your finger. I'm just going to cut a groove, not very large, so we're still getting some resonance on this, but the cutter so far is performing very well. Still going to run at fairly high revolutions. That was only a 30 thou cut. We'll try 50. Looks pretty reasonable. There's a certain amount of pattern on this face here, and again we had a lot of resonant noise. This is not the fault of the cutter, it's just the fact that when we've got some side thrust on it in this configuration, we're getting resonance. And the cutter is not actually far enough up into the collet. Not sure whether this is quite holding focus. Anyway, close inspection. The cutter's doing fine. Looks okay to me. Cutting very nicely, it's just the resonance I had because of the stick out. Otherwise, no problem. Now the second Banggood carbide. This one is this is 8mm, and fortunately that goes in a 5/16 collet in the ER16. So we've got that further up in there. We've got a piece of, it's 30 by 15 metric, this aluminum bar, which is what, 1.25 by a bit over a half. So do like on the last one, we'll take a cut across here, which is rough sawn. I don't know, we'll put in, we'll give it a 20 thou cut to see how it behaves. I can't remember what I said 2 or 3 minutes ago. This, let me get slightly better light on there. This cutter is sold for aluminum use, if I remember rightly. So that's taken got a reasonable cut on there. Still got some of the old saw cut actually, but not too bad. Fairly high revolutions, about 1200 I think. So we'll just add in just a light 10th thou cut. See if we get what sort of finish. Yes, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Probably a slightly different feed and speed could improve that. I'm just going to get rid of some, vacuum up some mess, and then I'll cut a little ledge on here, like I did on the other one, on the steel. We'll try that. Yeah, I'm just going to take 50 thou across here, so we get bottom and side cut, see how it behaves. We've got a burr on there, obviously. Let's just check the cutter. So the 8mm, I didn't mention, you can see now it's a 3 flute, and it has an asymmetrical tooth pattern. 1, 2, those are the same, and then you've got a wider cut there, and then you've got a fast spiral. Cutter seems perfectly good. Not we've used it much, but it's behaving all right. So quite pleased with that and the other one.